Right. So you can see Sherry has a few different colors mixed now.
Yes.
And China painting's a little tricky in that you can't just mix colors together. You can't add, your yellow to your blue to get green. The reason is that there are different pigment ingredients that don't react very well with each other between the colors. Some you can mix a little bit, others you can't. You have to play around. But if some have metallics in them, they don't mix well with colors that don't have metallics. Some have actual gold that gives you the resulting color. And when you mix them certain ways, you will get unintended results. So usually you're trying to find the very specific color in the vial in order to use it. And then you'll build layers of color as you paint.
And this is my turpentine. After painting the first spell, if ever you have too much paint or you want to clean your brush, you're going to use your turpentine. So I'm going to try to finish this. As you can see, you have to really build this up. You do not want to go thick because you're going to have layers of this every time you fire. So you need to build up and get the shadow there.
And typically, how many firings will you do for a piece?
I think 3. First, we do the pen work, we fire it, and then we go, this is not pen work though, but if you wanted to do the pen work, or if you want to do a decal, which Maryland, China has the best decals, you can get those from Jonathan. And so the first fire would be your decal, and then you start your first layer with a very smooth, light color, and if you fire it, the second fire you start doing more of your detail coloring. And
so the first one gets the base, and then you start adding more detail with the second.
Yes.
And again, these are on glaze, so you're going to fire at 018, 017. Those are typically the temperatures you're using, which is cooler than a lot of people who are throwing their own ceramics or doing glazes that fire at a much higher temperature. So if you're working in a ceramic studio, some days they'll maybe do 1 day a week will be an on glaze firing where they'll fire low.
So as you can see, I have some thicker colors over this side and then thinner. I'm just trying to make sure that it has different texture. Clean this off.
And you're just using some paper towels there with some medium oil and
Maryland China paper towels. They're very fancy, like they're Chinese.
We don't have our own brand paper towels yet, but we're working on that.
No, but these are very fancy.
There you go.
Okay, my next color would be the blue. This is the royal blue. I think I choose because I just made the colors a little bit darker so you can see in the camera. Okay, so we're going to go to our orange red type of a color. It's called blood red, which would be this flower right here.
So we're going to do this one.
Yes.
And you'll notice that a lot of times the powders are darker than they're going to fire out to.
So I start from this side and go to the middle and try to keep the shade going. Don't want to get I'm having a hard time trying to paint upside down.
Yeah, it's tricky to show the camera at the same time.
Yeah.
But how did you pick which brush you're using? Just kind of how,
yes.
But what you like preferred working
with? Yes, I think it just comes over the years of practice.
Okay.
I would really say big wipe out again because it went to this way. And as you can see, I'm not making this the same color, so I'm not pushing or adding more color into it because this area is supposed to be a little bit more shade on it, and I can do it on the second fire. And I really recommend doing it and building it up instead of the first time trying to get all the colors in there and make it as dark as you want it to be.
Right, so if you don't get the resulting color you want after the first firing, you can always add more to make it darker. So one of the techniques that we're going to see right now is what Sherry's
Blending
referring to as pooling
and
where
blending.
and blending, right?
That's
Where you're taking the color that's on the porcelain and you're smoothing it out so that the layer is very even.
Okay, shall we go to another color, or shall I just continue with this one too? So there we are.
Right. So we have very even layers.